So we'll start the intro music in 3, 2. Hello, and welcome to another sliding into her DMs with a sick new single while some dude named Sam slides on his silver slippers while jamming to Please Don't Feed the Snakes. Uncle Gary once paid a street performer wearing plaid to pump his petrol. Episode of The Days Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Deck.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
What's up, dude?
Not much.
How are you?
Not bad. How's your swim?
It was good.
You have polio?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, my back hurts.
Yeah.
Like really, really bad.
That's why I do the rower a lot. So that way when I swim, my back's not fucked.
It was pretty brutal. I'm like 5 months removed from the pool, and then getting back in and doing 1,000 right away was just fucking awful.
Speaking of doing 1,000,
Doing 1,000.
joining us this week in the Days Grimm studio
I didn't even get to see my thing, dude.
is just Brandon. How are you,
What's
man?
going on?
What's up, dude?
Round two.
I'm happy to be back.
That's what's up, man. We're pumped to have you.
I know
in here,
lots
dude.
happened since we've had you. What was it, like a year ago, I want to say? Just about?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot's happened since then. Since then, when you were on last time, you were kind of transitioning to just Brandon. I feel like that transition's gone smoothly. God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
How was the transition? What's that been like? Switching
Man.
from Brandon Gabriel to just Brandon.
Honestly, it sucks really bad.
Rebranding as a whole.
Yeah, because I'm trying really hard to get verified right now, and had I not switched to
It would've
just
been
Brandon,
easy. You could
yeah,
just
like
use
I'd
your
probably be
driver's
verified
license.
right now, like because I had my full like Google Knowledge panel, like my pictures would pop up, my website, everything, you know what I mean? But then I
Yeah.
change it, and then all my music is harder to find. I had to start a completely new knowledge panel that I'm still like trying to build. It sucks, but I'm glad I did it.
See, but that's one thing that I think
Brutal.
you get like props on versus like other local people is like you do have that Google. You know, like you care about your online presence a
It
lot more
feels
than
good.
just posting a video to YouTube. or
It feels
something.
good when like I tell people to Google me and like I pop up like my pictures and stuff.
Right.
Hell yeah, it's not like a picture of some other dude named Brandon Gabriel and he's like a fucking
Wait,
stand-up
so-
comedian
So
who
for a
does
little
fucking-
bit, that was happening because I swear to God, I checked a million times. I spent 2 weeks like searching just Brandon. Like I searched everywhere. I searched Bing. I searched Bing for just Brandon.
and fuck Bing.
You're like
Just
pulling
for
up
the
Ask
record.
Jeeves.
Yeah, like
Duck,
and
go.
nothing pops up, right? But then as soon as my music finishes transitioning over on like Apple Music, Spotify, and everything, just Brandon pops up right next to me, and it's not me. And his music was like interweaved into my knowledge panel, which I got fixed.
Hold on. So it was another musician by the name of Brandon Gabriel?
No, just
no,
Brandon.
another musician by just Brandon.
Just Brandon?
And spelled and spaced the same way and everything, like all lowercase, no space.
Ouch.
That's
it made
trash,
no sense.
dude.
No sense.
That's trash. So you've since called that guy and you handled it, right? Like you threatened him a little bit, or
I thought about threatening
does that
him a
work,
little bit.
dude?
I
because you can
emailed
buy
Google.
domains, right? Like you can buy social
So-
media names and stuff.
I spent like a good week reporting his Instagram account. That didn't work. Instagram actually, I think they like shadow banned me for like a week because I kept doing
Oh
that.
shit!
But I emailed Google and I was like, "Yo, this guy's music's mixed up with mine. Like, I just want I don't care. Like, whatever. He has the
Right.
same name. My music's better."
Yeah.
I just don't want his stuff to pop up on mine. I don't want my stuff to pop up on his. And they separated it pretty good. I think his Instagram still pops up when you Google me, but
Damn.
that'll be fixed soon.
I had something like that when I first started Anomalous. There was like I just wanted it to be just Anomalous, and there was like some guy out there that has the name that hasn't posted in like 6 years.
Right.
I was like, yo,
What did
bro,
he
can-
fucking do?
I was like, change your name, and he's like, no, I've had this handle for 4 years, and I'm not changing it.
Dude,
You're like,
when I
"You
was
don't
going by
post."
Brandon Gabriel, there's an artist in Canada, and we're Facebook friends. I've talked to him multiple times, and I was like, dude, I will buy this Twitter account. Like, I'll buy your Instagram name, whatever. And he would never do it. And then finally he messages me one day, and he's like, hey, man, if you still want that Twitter account, I'll sell it to you today for $1,000. And I'm like, dude, I don't even use Twitter anymore.
Right.
Damn, he's hard up for cash. Things aren't going good for him.
But I did think about Twitter the other day since Elon's bought it. Like, I might get it back. But the only reason I miss Twitter is adding companies. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like, you could.
So that's the only thing I do on anymore is like if I need like customer support, I know like I can like DM or like at a company and they're gonna get right back to me. That's actually how I got
Unless
a hold of
it's
Google
Taco
so
Bell.
fast. What's wrong with Taco
You can't
Bell?
at Taco Bell.
You can't like at
No,
all.
like you can try to add them on Facebook and it'll just say Taco Bell. It doesn't link their page or anything.
What the fuck? Are they like that upset? Do they
They
know
probably
their food
have
is
that
that
many
bad?
people that are that upset. They'd get tagged probably all day, every day.
Dude, what was it? There was like that period of time that like hold on while I got the
God bless you.
thank you. There was a moment in time where like Wendy's was like getting added by like KFC.
Well, have you seen
and
the-
KFC and Wendy's were like hitting each other back, like
Yeah.
back to back. Like,
Dude,
did you see
there's
those?
a guy online that
They were
makes
fucking
fake
lit.
business accounts and
I've
just
seen
like
that guy,
trolls
too.
in comments. That shit's
That's
hilarious.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Damn, that might have been what I saw then.
well, no, the real accounts they do it now. Like
They like go at
even
each other.
yeah, like not even just those two. Like pretty much any like I think people are realizing like that stuff honestly goes viral.
Right.
So
Yeah,
like
like-
these companies are just like letting someone like log in and
Right.
like do their thing.
I just
some,
imagine
like-
they're having like bracketed competitions to see like who's
Yeah.
quicker with the roast in like 140 characters or less.
Honestly, it's a lot of it's probably planned. Like, who
Right.
knows?
They
Like
got a whole
the
marketing
burger
team.
Illuminati's like,
Yeah, Big
let's
Burger.
beef this week.
Big burgers out there pushing their fucking fake beef.
So let's hit this death of the week
Oh,
real
yeah,
fast
dude.
before we get too carried away.
So BG, you've been on the show before, man, and we do this tasty little treat called the Death of the Week. You recall, don't you?
I recall.
Do you remember who yours was whenever we did ours? It's been a minute.
I don't remember, but it was wild.
Yeah, they usually are. This one's not as wild. This is a famous story. So without further ado, this week's Death of the Week brought to you by Corn Dog Development, super sick coasters. Check him out on Etsy. His link's in our description of this show and every show. Use the promo code DaysGrim, save 10% on
That
everything.
is a
in this
nice
store.
looking. That's a nice looking
Yeah,
coaster.
bro. Get you a piece of that, dude.
He's got one next to him.
Oh yeah, you've got one next to you. My bad.
Oh, it feels good too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they're
nice.
light. You
This
just got to
week-
keep them waxed where your drink sticks to them.
For sure.
But he sells wax on his Etsy store. So.
This week, a young fan obsessed with heavy metal shot and killed former Pantera guitarist Dimebag Darrell Abbott. I didn't know his last name was Abbott. Fun fact. And 3 other people during the show by Damage Plan, Abbott's latest band. The tragedy took place on the evening of December 8th at Alrosa Villa nightclub in Columbus, Ohio. Going back to Columbus, Ohio, dude. You were just talking
What
about
are the
that.
odds?
Yeah. The shooter, Nathan Gale, age 25, was killed by a Columbus police officer minutes after the violence erupted. A stocky former Marine, Gale was reportedly upset that Pantera had just recently broken up and may have blamed Abbott or Dimebag Darrell for the band's acrimonious split. That's a word I've never seen before, but either way. The deaths came on the 24th anniversary of the murder of John Lennon. I thought that was fucking dope. The other victims were 23-year-old fan, Damage Plan crew member, and club employee. That's this week's Death of the Week.
So he shot them?
Yeah, dude, at
I
a
feel
show
like
on
with-
stage.
I feel like with the nickname of Dimebag Darrell, he should have gone out a different way, you know?
How? What? Oh,
Like some
OD?
laced fentanyl or something, you
OD?
know? Like, yeah.
If he would have made it to 2023, he probably would have fucking fentanyl.
Yeah.
What a wild world.
Did you? Okay, so are you familiar with Pantera, the
Yeah.
90s metal band? Did you hear about this when it happened?
Yeah, so I'd never heard any of that.
Or John Lennon was shot.
I didn't know John Lennon was shot. I
I
literally
don't know
had,
if I knew that.
I had to literally look it up. He was shot 4 times. I don't have the tab pulled up anymore, but he was shot 4 times
With a revolver.
with a 38 special on the ground level of his Manhattan apartment complex. And I'm pretty sure the person was upset about the Beatles breaking up. Pretty similar stories, I would assume.
So watch out for super fans.
I'm sitting here like, dang, do I want to like make music or?
Bro, we did that one death of the week where that girl singer, the girl that got famous by making TikToks and her, not TikToks, this is before pre-TikTok, but she got famous by just posting her music on YouTube. Got like crazy famous. She was crazy talented. She was going to red carpet events and was like getting Hollywood publicity because of it. And then she met one of her fans at like a signing on the red carpet. And the fan took the thing that she just signed and then pulled a gun out and shot her. Like several times, like right there on the red carpet. I can't remember. Do you remember that one?
I don't think that was one.
We've done it, or we've talked about it.
Maybe.
Wild though, yeah, dude. So watch out for super fans, man. They'll come and get you.
Brandon, you've done music videos for a hot minute. Probably what is a decade? Yeah, like 10 years.
Something like that.
And then you've been doing music for over a decade as well.
Yeah.
How's this transition? Because like you weren't making music videos, but you were doing like freelance video stuff on the side or whatever, and then you just started focusing on music again, basically.
Man, it's like I was telling you when I was getting out of my truck, like I feel like I'm like actually trying now, which is weird because like I recorded my first song. I think I was in like 4th grade, maybe 3rd grade, and that was like 2003, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Like I've literally been making music for 20 years. And now that I'm like old, I'm like, oh, I should probably try now.
I feel like you've picked up a ton of tools along the way though. You know what I mean?
That I will say, yeah, like I feel like I spent 20 years learning.
And traveling.
Like, yeah, like and now it's like, oh, I actually know what I need to do now.
Right. So one of the first things you've released is just Brandon was the Churchill Downs remix almost, right? Like the first.
That was my first like official release, I think.
Right. And then you actually went to the Derby.
Drove straight there, got some Raising Cane's and came straight back.
Damn, okay. Shout out to Raising Cane's, man. Dude, that guy's the nicest dude that owns that fucking.
Really?
Yeah, he's like the creator of Raising Cane. I think the first one was in Louisiana or whatever. Forget the guy's name. I saw him on a podcast. Just the nicest fucking guy.
What was that like though? Like what made you like? Because a lot of songs come out that are like the Lemon Pepper Freestyle Challenge or like this and that, and like a lot of people hop on them. A lot of people do them and never release them. But like
I do a lot that I never release.
Right. I feel like a lot of people do for some reason. But like what made you be like this needs a video with it? Was it just because it was your first thing you dropped or?
Not necessarily. I mean, I feel like in general, like video content just goes so much further. Like in 2022, 23, it's like, I know for like my personal listening experience, if I'm not in my car, I want to see a video. Like I don't want to just like play music, if that makes sense.
Back
like
to the if I'm days.
Yeah, like if I'm in the car, like cool, like I'll just put on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever. Yeah. But if I'm at home and I'm gonna listen to music, like I want to see the music video.
It's weird you mention that though, because I am that same exact way with podcasts. Mm-hmm. So like I follow several podcasts.
I've tried to listen to podcasts, like to just listen to them, and I can't.
I can if
I
I'm
have
working.
To see it.
I can if I'm working. Like if I have to be doing two things at once, or like if I'm cleaning the house, but I know that like Rogan's a good one because he has like genuinely interesting folks on, like from all over the world. Like he just had that Tibetan monk that came on, like that one was fucking
Saraguru?
sick. Yeah. And I listened to that fucking I just listened to it. But like there are also like, but like you said, if I'm at home and I'm like sitting down and gonna do a pod, I gotta like.
See, I'm the other way. I can listen to an audiobook.
Gotta put it up.
But like if I'm listening to a podcast, I gotta watch it.
It's so weird. I don't know. And that's the cool thing about like podcasts though, is like it is this weird like video audio media that's just like kind of like populated in the last.
But video content's going huge, basically.
It really
You're like,
is.
this is my first one. I gotta put something spicy out with it.
And like
so
that was such a random like spur of the moment idea too, because really what it was like I had noticed that like so what it is,
Are you talking about the music video?
Yeah, so it's a Jack Harlow song and Drake's on it, and like you don't get a Drake feature and not shoot a music video,
right?
Yeah.
But I noticed they hadn't put out a music video yet, so I'm like, this is the perfect chance for me to hurry up and shoot the video at Churchill Downs before they shoot their video at Churchill Downs,
right?
And release it before they release theirs. And then that way, when people are like searching Churchill Downs music video, I'm gonna be the first thing that pops up.
He's so smart about it. You know what I mean? Like so strategic.
Pull the trigger, dude. Pull
It
the
works
trigger.
too. I mean, like I hardly promoted that video. Like I did like a written interview with a couple of blog sites, but I didn't like post it a bunch or anything like that. And I don't even know what it's sitting at. I think it's at like 5,000 views or something.
Oh yeah.
That's what's. How far away is Churchill Downs?
It's
That's
like right
2
at 2 hours.
Really? That's not bad.
It's not too bad.
So, and you and Dalton are DF Visuals are like buddies. So
Yeah.
like it was nothing to be like, hey man, can you come hold this camera
Man,
for me real fast?
I will
or-
till I die. Like I will shout. Like I wear Dalton's hoodies more than I wear mine. Like he's honestly like not saying like I'm like so far in my career or anything like that, but like I'm partially where I'm at because of him. Like
When he's partially where he's at because
yeah,
of
like
you.
and that's what it is. Like we're like legitimately we're friends. Like our kids hang out, we hang out. And it's weird because people try to put us against each other all the time because we both shoot videos.
right.
But I can call him whenever, he can call me whenever, and we're gonna pop up if we can. And I called him and I was like, hey, we got to go to Louisville tomorrow. And he's like, all right, bet.
It's dope though to be able to have
It's
somebody
fucking
with that
sick,
like
dude.
semi
Yeah.
same free-ish schedule to
Like
a
a
degree.
ride or die, just
So-
ready to
Swear.
go, man. That's what's up.
So in this last year too, since being just Brandon, you've dropped all kinds of these challenges that are all over the
Yes.
internet. These you see them all over the time. Nobody can rap on this beat, or nobody like Brand.
we actually
Brian was
just talked. We just spoke with. Oh
The
fuck!
Worm.
Who was it?
Was it the Worm or was it somebody else?
I think it was the Worm. Yeah. We had so the Worm 100.
Oh, yeah.
100. They're an internet radio station. Nicest folks. But anyways, he's really great at supporting local artists. We got hooked up with him with by Trent Small, B-Face. But anyways, that being said, we were talking about you. It came up. We were talking about those internet challenges and like the reels and stuff that pop up. And like, I made a joke that like the one that I saw that you did was like some dude was like clapping a spoon on some drywall and like smacking his knee, and he was like, nobody can put a beat to this, dude. And like the tempo changed, and
I hate the ones when people like are on there like, I bet you can't rap to this beat though. And I'm just like, stop, please. Like just let the beat play, like say something, but don't say that.
yeah, dude, it's insane though. But like the one that I did see that I was referencing that I made that joke of was like, I specifically, it was like the tempo was going one way and then it just changes directions drastically. Like I can't remember if it sped up or slowed down or if the pitch changed or what it was, but you just met with it and it was like,
I can't think which one you're talking about.
I'd have to do some.
Do you think that's
digging.
like working out for you though in a way, like
Bro, I'm trying to get everyone to start doing it. Like,
because it's basically like what, a 16 bar challenge? Not even.
I mean, sometimes it's 4 bars. Like sometimes, you know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
you just whatever you can find on the internet that is open enough for you to rap on or sing on or whatever, just get on it. Like just put more content out and it works. Like putting content out works.
And one of your favorite guys is Valentino Beats.
Valentine.
Beats.
Man.
And isn't he getting big now?
So it's weird. I found Valentine on TikTok. Because he puts out the beats and he's really like into it. Like he'll like he doesn't do like the weird like bet you can't rap on this beat. Like he's just like, yo, somebody hop on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I did one probably a year ago. Did another one like a couple months after that, and then I just started realizing like he'll put out a beat and it's just like every beat he puts out like feels like, oh, I'm supposed to be on this.
Right.
And it like I'm literally honored. Like it doesn't matter what I do on his beats. I mean, I'm really good at what I do.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'll just
for
say that.
sure.
Like I know that I'm really good at what I do. So having a producer that's as good as him, willing to like let me take advantage of his platform, because he has like 40-something thousand followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And
He'll share their-
every time I drop something on one of his beats, he shares it. He puts it on his story. He'll literally. What's it called on Instagram? Like the collab post.
Oh,
He
yeah,
does
yeah.
like he'll collab on the post to where
like
it
when you
shows up.
remix.
Well, no, so it actually shows up on his feed
And it
when I
shows
post
like
a video.
him on the left side and then Brandon on the right.
Oh shit! I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like a split post.
And and he actually he puts it up to where his followers can see it. And
Oh damn.
honestly, the first time, because I've requested him to collab one time, and I was just doing it to see if he would do it. I wasn't
Right.
actually expecting him to like do it, so he did it. And the video did like 10,000 in like a day or 2 days or something. And I mean, like, honestly, he's like the biggest blessing, because I don't know how many followers I would have gained after being consistent for 2 months, but I can honestly attribute at least half of that is probably because Valentine has shared my music. And I mean, we talk every once in a while. Like, he's a really dope dude. He lives in Orlando. I was just down there not that long ago, and I didn't get a chance to actually link up with him. But like, I really wanted to just get that picture. Like, yo, we're actually together in person.
That's crazy.
It's gonna happen though. We got cheap flights to Orlando,
and it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, for sure. Straight out of EV, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $100. Yeah.
But I was gonna say,
Peasy.
you also this year just started doing, like you were talking about before the show, like a reel a day.
Yeah.
And they were saying that like, so YouTube is growing. They said the average person watches 19 hours worth of YouTube a week.
Oh, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Right. But then
that's dumb,
they're
dude.
expecting that number to go up this next year. But then
What do you think you watch a week?
more than 19.
Oh my god,
Way more than 19.
dude! I think I watch like 5 max.
Really?
Max.
You watch one
about
podcast
you?
and that's
I
3
don't know.
hours.
What about you? I watch 2 podcasts religiously every week.
Okay,
One's
so
an
you're
hour.
probably at 4.
One's an hour, and the other one's always an hour. Actually, they're both only an hour. 2 bears and then Scared to Death.
I watch a lot of like videos on like how to do stuff, like camera wise and like audio wise. Like I watch a lot of that stuff. So, and some of those, I mean, I watch everything on like at least 1.5 speed. So I don't know what the actual time would end up being, but a lot of those videos are like 30 minutes long. So
And if you're watching it time and a half, that's
Still like 20
15
minutes.
20
yeah, at
minutes?
least like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, 20-ish, 18 minutes, something like that.
But
Not good at fractions.
But so what made you come up with the idea of a reel a day? Was it just seeing how?
Honestly, there's so much like stuff out there, you know what I mean? Like so many like gurus saying post this many times a day, make sure you post 1 reel a day. All you need to do is take all your long form content and chop it up into a
10.
million pieces. And everyone knows like, okay, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, but whatever. That's just what they say. And then I did it and I was like, yo, this
Stupid.
actually works.
Right.
Yeah, we could probably learn a thing or two from you.
I told you we needed to go back.
Man,
to shorts.
listen, a podcast. Okay, so I told you guys I'm going to start a podcast, right? I'm only starting a podcast because I'm lazy.
Hell yeah.
A podcast is the easiest way to get a lot of content without feeling like you're having to make a lot of content.
Oh yeah, because it's a conversation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but then from this hour and a half, 2 hour long conversation, you get 10 to 15 short little
No,
video
you get
bits.
way more than that.
Yeah.
This one episode's probably at least a month's worth of content.
Well, we're only doing an hour now. I
We'll
don't think
probably do longer than an hour and a half on average.
Even an
but
hour though,
still.
it's like 15 seconds is a good clip. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it doesn't
That's
have to
true.
be a full minute.
that's true. Yeah, it is wild though. But like the downside to it is there's just so many different outlets
Well,
though.
that's-
Like
that's
there's
another-
TikTok, there's IG, there's Facebook, there's Twitter, there's all these platforms that like if you're not posting on, you're missing out.
Right.
Like, you know
So
what I mean?
Every time I post on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, like 100% no matter what. When I remember to, I post it as a YouTube short too.
Okay.
Because I feel like so many people are missing out on YouTube shorts.
Dude, I don't even have TikTok. I only use YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For the
and,
shorts.
and
What's the point of
YouTube
TikTok?
wants people to use shorts like bad, like because I mean it's just like when Instagram started doing stories because Snapchat stories were so popular. Like YouTube's like, oh my god, TikTok's winning. We need to do exactly what they're doing, but to get them to come to YouTube. And so if you put out a short, they're trying to get people to watch your videos. Like they're gonna push your shorts in front of as many people as possible, just because it's like, yo,
Right.
that's what people want to see right now. They don't want to watch the full video. They want to watch the best part.
For sure. And then once TikTok gets fucking kicked all the way back to China, because I think that's happening real soon, isn't it? Didn't they talk about like there's like states that are banning?
Yeah,
TikTok.
there's at least they're not banning it completely, I don't think, but there's states where like any sort of like if you have any sort of like government job or like a device provided to you by your government job or whatever, you can't use it.
It won't
like,
be able to be downloaded.
Yeah.
It's so insane to me that like there's this war against TikTok and like the Chinese people that invented it. Dude.
People are afraid of China, man.
Yeah.
It's just wild, dude. It's a weird time to be alive right now.
So,
But yeah, consistency is key though.
So your next full song after Churchill Downs, is it Please Don't Feed the Snakes, or have you dropped something since then? I feel like I've just seen a bunch
I think
of...
it's just Please Don't Feed the Snakes and a bunch of shorter clips that some of them will turn into full songs, but I haven't actually. When I leave here, I'm going to the studio and I'm gonna go through and pick a couple of like snippets or reels or whatever that I've put out and figure out which ones I'm gonna turn into
I feel like a
songs.
lot of people are looking for that. So like Indiana Youngin, he'll do those snippets of like where he's like rapping on a beat or whatever, and I'm
Man,
like,
I'm proud of him too, because I've been telling
He's
him like, bro,
finally
you need to
doing
start
it
dropping
too.
like posts. And I was just with him the other night, and like I didn't even, because like Instagram doesn't show you everyone's stuff,
Right.
And he's like, yeah, bro, I've been posting every day, and I'm like, oh, bet, thank you, because if it's like when people find Evansville and they see you and me, like Evansville's gonna look really good.
Yeah, it really is. You guys are like in my mind, you guys are the best in the city. You know what I
Thanks,
mean? Like,
bro.
and like it's two versatile styles. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you guys don't sound like the same, whereas like most people from the same city would.
What's weird is we don't have any music together, and
right?
like I mean,
you filmed a lot of his music videos.
yeah, I've done a bunch of videos for him. Like I probably go over to his spot like once a month, twice a month, and we just sit there for like 3 hours and just do this, but like not on camera. Like
yeah,
we should just start
give
a
game
podcast.
back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I told. I messaged him the other day when he like released a song or something. I was like, man, I fuck with this, and he's like, it's time. You know what I
Swear.
mean? Like it's time.
No,
all around.
he's got like, I'm not gonna put his moves out there. You know what I mean? But
Right.
he's got some stuff.
He
going
doesn't
on
do
right now.
anything unless it's planned. But I was
Thomas-
gonna say, but he
Thomas has
posts
already
these,
put him on blast, just for the record. No, Thomas has come onto the podcast several times and been like, he's got books on books on books of fire. Like,
But that's what I was gonna say is like people do these reels or whatever, and they make like some fire for it. You know what I mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
like somebody like me that's like a fanboy of you two or whatever. You know, it's like I want to hear this full song. You know,
That's right.
and then like you don't hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially when you.
Man, he's got songs that
I know
I
he's-
heard 4 or 5 years ago, and I was over there the other day. And he's like, yeah. He actually, in the way he said it was so smooth that, because I was like, bro, you got to just drop this stuff. And he's like, if I would have been dropping, it wouldn't have had the effect that it's getting ready to have.
Yeah, that's what he
because
said.
now he's got all this music built up, and he can drop it. Like the position that he's getting ready to put himself into, when he drops it, it's going to be so much more effective.
Well, and if you ever get picked up, you already have
Right.
600
Right.
songs already written.
And so that, I go back and forth on that too, because I don't have like a crazy amount of music stored up, but like I have a lot of like a crazy amount of music started. And like I just feel like the reason I just keep putting stuff out, like new stuff, like a lot of the reels I put out, like I literally write that day or the day before or something. And I'm just like, I got a million songs in me. Like I'm not about to just keep holding on
Right.
to stuff.
Do you think that helps with like all the reels helps you practice, stay on your toes, like new
Definitely.
vocabulary, new
Yeah.
flows, cadences?
100%.
yeah, and also I think that it has to do with like, you know, personal like strategy too. Like,
Right.
just depends on like the kind of person you are. Like,
Yeah.
it would be the same. So like how you play poker, that would be the style in which
Right.
you
There's
know what
not
I
a
mean?
right way to
There's
do
no
it.
right or wrong way.
Yeah.
Show your cards, don't show your cards. Bluff, don't bluff. Throw the heat, don't throw the heat. It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
all shooter's preference,
For
dude.
sure.
And I think that's an interesting way to look at the
Do you-
way that you two operate.
Do you? So I guess for the people that don't know, you have a ebook about to drop.
I do.
Do you just give game in one way, or do you give like a handful?
Man, I give so the ebook is targeted to people that are just now like starting to rap, or they're thinking about wanting to be a rapper. There's some stuff, like there's some really good stuff in there for people that are like honestly like seasoned. Like anyone that makes music, you don't even have to be a rapper. It's called local rapper, but you don't have to be a rapper. Anyone in the music industry, like you can gain something from it. And I'm gonna sell it so cheap that it's like, why not buy it anyways?
right. What made you put that together?
Man, I
Like, did you already have stuff written down, or you were like, I need to put something?
if you want, do you want the like press ready answer, or do you want the like the real answer?
Give me both. Give me both.
So the press ready answer is I did this process. Initially, it was going to be 100 days, 100 posts, and then I decided let's do 30 days, 30 posts in the Reels format or TikTok format, whatever you want to call it. And the thought behind it is, I have 30 days of data that I can look at. I can like go and see who listened, how long certain people listened, what area listened, et cetera, et cetera. And then from there on, I can plan my content around who's actually liking my
analytics and
content.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I did it. It worked really well. I gained, I think over a 30-day period, I gained like 700 followers. I had like 100 people unfollow me. So like technically I gained like 600, whatever. But I mean, it like proved to me like, which I already knew, consistency works. So then the like actual reason I'm doing the ebook, because I love helping people. Like I don't know what it is about.
Giving back.
Yeah. And it's not even that I want anything out of it. It's just, I honestly like, I was just telling Youngin the other day, actually, like I would just want to like, I want to make music myself, but I honestly have a passion for like artist development and just like building other artists up. So like I wanted to do the ebook because it's like I can't help everyone, but if I put something out into the world that everyone can grab,
how we doing over there?
I'm close.
You're
but
close?
Yeah, you can set it there and I'll grab it.
All right.
But if I put something out into the world that people can get, then I'm helping them without having to physically like walk them through stuff. So what really got me to thinking like I should really do it as an ebook instead of just putting it out as a video or just splitting it up into content. Just thinking of ways to like monetize being a rapper. Like as a growing artist, you're not gonna survive off streams. Like Spotify is not paying you, Apple Music ain't paying you.
YouTube's barely paying you.
Yeah, like you're not gonna be.
What do you think?
Living off your music?
What do you think? So let's use somebody that's highly streamed. Let's say Drake. They've made the argument like I don't know if they said he has more streams than the Beatles or like if it's a tie or if the Beatles have more, but he's second. I'm not sure. He gets streamed.
Something, yeah.
As a contemporary artist, he is getting streamed the most.
Right.
Consistently over the course of the last 15 years or something.
Definitely.
Something fucking retarded like that. But that being said, what do you think that Drake makes strictly off Spotify streams? And we're talking like millions of downloads a year.
Drake specifically, no one knows what his like label situation is, like what his actual like paperwork, what his deal is, so what his split of what he earns is. I mean, because some people aren't, it's like some people keep like I don't want to say most, but a lot of artists don't even keep 30% of the money that comes in.
Fuck, dude.
And I mean,
it's
because of whatever deal they sign.
Labels,
like,
taxes,
they give you this money up front, and most of the time you have to pay that money back before you see anything.
What the fuck, dude?
And so, like in Drake's position, I mean, he's arguably the biggest artist in the world. There's no telling. He probably has a much better split than that. But there's no telling what it actually is.
I'm sure after Wayne went through the Birdman situation, he probably gave him a decent little
I wonder what
contract.
somebody like Harlow is making. You know what I mean? Like somebody that's just now busting
So where these
out.
artists are honestly winning is, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think where these artists are really winning is merch and shows, touring.
That's the only way they can make money. I
right.
feel like ticket sales and merch.
Exactly.
It's the same with the stand-up comedians. You know what I mean? They're only making money.
Yeah,
off
dude.
of-
They charge. You can go see Tom Segura at fucking Helium in St. Louis for like $20, and he's gonna do a full 45-minute to an hour-long set, and you're paying $20 fucking for arguably one of the best comedians in the world right now. You're bothering me with your thing coming off. But yeah, it's just like, how did they make money off that? They don't. It's when they sell out arenas. When they sell out arenas at $100 a ticket or whatever. But like,
yeah, so like it's like the merch, it's the brand deals,
it's gotta be the merch.
It's everything besides streaming. But
so like, how do
I
you
say all that to say, streaming can be very lucrative if you do it right.
explain?
I don't know yet.
But before you do, hold on.
I'm still
He's like, I
figuring
got
it
a
out.
strategy. God bless you.
Thank you.
I was gonna say though, do you think like you wrote this ebook is almost like it's a short form content book? Because people don't want to. Some people
To
will
a
go
certain
buy
extent.
full books.
So like
but-
so the book talks about like the process I did. I call it the 30-30 process or something like that. It's still in the editing stages, so the name could change or whatever.
I think that's taken by ESPN.
So
30 for 30.
the 30-30 documentaries or whatever, that was kind of
30
like
for
in the
30.
back of my head when I did it. I was like, people will hear it and it'll sound cool.
30 for 30 though. So yours has to be like 30 in 30.
It's something like that.
Bet
But
it
yeah,
could
it's
be.
still in the editing stages. I mean, it's completely done. But I mean, there's like a couple of like small like equipment lists in there for people that are just starting. There's like tips and tricks. There's some suggestions on like simple ad strategies. I don't go like deep into ad strategies because I'm not an ad strategist. It's just like my experience almost on like running Facebook ads or running TikTok ads or Instagram boosts or whatever. So there's just a bunch of little stuff like that like honestly each section could be its own book, but I'm not looking at it as a huge way to make money, but a way to like bring in some money and still like get stuff out there.
You're
to
also
help people.
not like an author. So like I would
Right.
understand that not being like your
Exactly,
your
yeah.
cup of tea. But like you said, you're just trying to help people.
Right. And so with the dirty side of it is like I want to have as much stuff out for people to buy because like the press runs and stuff that I'm planning on doing like super soon, probably like next month, like I'm not going to like say what I'm going to do because like if I don't do it, I don't want to look like a douchebag. But I just want people to, once I'm on these like huge sites, I want people to be able to buy stuff because like, don't tell the government, like if I pay to get on these sites that you're not supposed to pay to get on, I don't want to waste that money and then people go find my Instagram and there's nothing for them to buy. I just spent that money and it's gone.
That's true.
Talking about giving back though, you just did something with Young and Established and got press for it.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
that was fucking sick, dude.
Man, that was
So they
dope.
got the free ebook basically.
Not necessarily.
I mean, you brought your own studio equipment in.
Yeah.
And you got to teach these kids.
So that program is something that I'm still like working on.
Walk me through it, because I heard
we're actually going to have him on the podcast here.
I heard like whispers about it, and I think I may have even seen like a newsreel clip of it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it looked like you were in like, what was the venue? Who was it through? Who threw this on? What can it kind of explain the whole thing?
I've had this vision of like I said earlier, like I'm really like I love like developing artists. So I've had this idea for a long time to like go to schools and just bring in studio equipment and find kids that don't have access to studios that need to be in studios.
I think
is honestly most of them, for the record.
You tried to do something like this a couple of years ago with camera equipment and stuff, I believe.
Yeah. So like I just love helping people, right? So I realized, okay, Courtney had like Young and Established. They have a building now, so it's the perfect situation. Me and Courtney are friends. I called him and I'm like, hey, I got an idea. I want to bring a studio to Young and Established. I want to record these kids. I want to help them write songs. I just want to like workshop with them and just see what happens. And the idea is like it could be like a recurring thing. I do it at other centers. I do it at schools. So that was like the beta. It was like me testing like
the waters.
Yeah, to see how it would work out.
When was this?
It was in the summer. It was during their summer program.
This last summer?
Yeah.
2022?
Yep.
Okay.
It was towards the end of summer because it was close to the end of their
school year.
Their summer. No, it was the end of their summer program.
I want to say that was around the time that I saw it. Was like on Facebook, and it was like August, September-ish when I saw the like. It maybe I ran into it. Maybe you sent it to me. I don't know.
It could have even been like.
Was the
like
news
reposted
there?
Yeah, so like it was on the news, and
okay,
like,
that's what it was.
It could have even been like just like reposted later on.
Maybe that's what it was. I'm not sure.
And what ended up happening is it like doing it that way made me realize, okay, so this isn't going to work the way I wanted it to. So
why so?
Just when you're bringing the equipment to the kids, and for example, I think there was like 20 something kids there. It's really hard to keep them quiet enough when everyone's recording. Mm-hmm. It's hard to. Unless I build a bigger team to like go group to group and like help them write their songs when they're all waiting for me to come to them to help them with if they get stuck on a line or something.
Yeah.
And then there's the kids there that they have no interest in making music and
they're signed up for it.
Yeah, like they're basically forced to do this and they don't want to. So my idea now is, and if someone steals this idea,
fuck you.
I shoot people sometimes. No, I don't.
I'll burn your house down. How about that? The Days Grim will come to your house and burn it to the fucking ground. No, I'm joking.
So actually, next month, probably next month. I hate to put dates on things when I have so much going on. My goal is February, March to start. I don't know which website, which crowdfunding platform I'm going to do, but I want to build a mobile recording studio that I can take to schools and to youth centers.
Shit.
And that way, instead of me bringing the equipment into there, I can go there and whatever kids are actually interested in doing this stuff, they can come into the studio.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It can be after school. It can be during lunch, whatever. Like, I'll just pull up. I'll help these kids write music. I'll help these kids make really good music. And, I mean, hopefully it turns into something great where I'm, like, going state to state and youth center to youth center and helping these kids that would never get in a studio otherwise.
Real quick, on that note.
What do you got?
Dude, I got a fucking school bus guy.
No.
Let me know.
Connect.
Let me know how serious you are.
All right.
Well, I was gonna say,
I got a guy.
When you did Just Don't Feed the Snakes, did you know that was another one you were putting a video to? Like after you wrote it?
I've actually told this story a couple of times now. I don't know like how many times it was recorded, but I designed the hoodies first.
Oh, okay.
So
that was gonna be my next question.
I was gonna start a clothing brand, and I found this super dope artist, and I bought these designs. I changed the designs up, and like I was gonna build my own brand, separate from my music stuff. Then I started getting really busy with my music stuff, and I'm like, yo, there's no way I can really focus on being a rapper and building a brand from scratch. So let's just combine them. Let's just turn these dope designs into my merch. The first design was the Please Don't Feed the Snakes hoodie. And I'm like, yo, I should probably like have a reason for putting this hoodie out.
Right.
What? How did I need to know, like, how did the hoodie start though? Like,
man.
And then also, is there a picture of it on your IG?
He's wearing it right now.
I am
that's
wearing
the
it right
one.
now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so on the back is the cover art for the song, which was originally the design for just the hoodie.
Okay.
And
What is it with us creatives that like
man,
one, we got to juggle multiple things. Like you do it better than I do, but people ask me all the time. They're like, "Man, how do you do this and this and this and this?" And
It's
I'm like,
not easy.
it's like juggling. You learn to do 2 balls, and then somebody throws you a third, and then a fourth and a fifth. But I was like, the minute you drop one of those, you got to like get back on the bike and be like,
Yeah.
"All right, I got to focus on these 2, and then okay, you can throw this third one in."
Dude, I think
I've wanted to do
I'm
a
only
clothing line,
referencing
like, 4
Thomas for
times.
this, by the way. I think it's because you have autism.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, like,
I think
I've got
you're
some like I've drawn out several different clothing design like things, but it's like I never
I've
pulled
toured
the
with
trigger.
so many different like brands. Actually, so I actually started one probably 7-8 years ago called Restrum, and it was RSTRM, and like the whole thing was just like hot chicks like in the bathroom doing like different stuff. So like I did all these photo shoots for like a bunch of like half
Shit,
naked
yeah.
chicks like
Shit,
putting
yeah,
on
man.
makeup,
Right.
like just doing different stuff. Like there was, and
Did you link up with Alonzo on that?
I did not.
You should.
I didn't know him yet.
Oh man, dude, his fucking how do you say it? Boudier,
Boudoir.
Boudoir.
Boudin.
Yeah, he's dope.
Dude, his shit fucking.
Actually, I had
smacks.
linked up with for Restrum. I linked up with Kyle Quigley, and we did all these shoots. I started printing the shirts, and then as a creative, I was just like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
It's a
It's
hassle. And then also like when you're like as talented as you are at music, because you are, I feel like you have to go with what you're good at first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's got to be your top priority. So
And I think that's why. And I keep going back to like I don't feel like I'm like doing anything like super special, but I think that's why I'm like I feel like that's why things are going the way they're going for me right now is because like I love making music. I'm really good at making music, and like I have all these other ideas that I would love to try, but my heart's just not in them. Like it's not like I like to make money, so it's like when I think of a great idea to make money, I'm like, yo, let's try this really quick. But then I always resort back to I don't really feel like doing that.
yeah.
So
Dude-
what was it like writing the song after you already had the designs? Was that like
Dude, I thought it was gonna be like just a throwaway song. I'm just gonna put it out, not even promote it. But that way, when people are buying the hoodies, they're like, "Oh, it's based on this song." I wasn't thinking like, "Yo, I'm gonna make an absolute banger,
Right.
shoot a music video for it, and everything." I mean, I think
it's
it's a banger.
nice, man. Like I would say like your shit was good back when like Wolves in Sheep's Clothing. You know what I mean? I really liked it then, but like these 2 songs now that like because they're the only 2 you have as just Brandon.
Bro,
right?
it's weird because
They seem so polished.
I always think that I'm like so good, like I'm Himothy,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next thing I do like is just so much better. And they say you're only as good as the last thing you did, and I feel like I'm like living and breathing that. And
I feel like you're always on top of these trends. You know what I mean? Like when albums first started going out, you were like, all right, I'll do this 3-piece album. You know what I mean? Because like people are only going to listen to, like you said last time,
Like more of a demo style.
4 or
Right.
5 songs, and then you drop part 2, part 3.
Exactly.
You know that whole setup.
You know, they say history repeats itself, dude. But if you go, okay, so that being said, if you go back to the 90s, dude, when full 15 plus track songs, track albums were popular up into like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. And then in the 90s, like you saw this weird thing happen where across genres too, but I'm specifically referencing rock and roll big time in the 90s that demos became huge. B-sides became huge. Like, hey, we ran these first 3 songs on the A side, and then, hey, the B side's rolling, just throw whatever
Right.
shit you got that you've been working on, throw it out there. And then those B sides and those demos started fucking popping. And these are like 5-track albums. I mean, like the demos really did blow up, and I really do think history is repeating itself. I think that the singles are a good way to go. It's a good bet to like roll everything you have into one song, polish it, and like
Right.
that song's gonna slap fucking hard. But like if you did like a 4-track album, dude.
So what I'm trying to focus on is like linking up like strategically with like certain artists that I like. We started one song. I'm putting out a joint project with Rich Down Dada. No name or anything for it yet, no release date. And that's the goal is like, let's just put out a bunch of like small projects because people are starting to listen to music more. Like it was to the point where you'll put out a full project and they'll just listen to the intro. And
a lot of people are doing these collab albums too, like
Right.
Drake and 21.
Yeah.
There's like a whole bunch of people that are dropping those.
And it's when you do it strategically and you don't just do it because like you are similar. Like me and Rich Down Dada, our music's completely different,
right.
And it helps us like tap into each other's fan base.
I feel like 21 and Drake are a good combo too because they're not really alike at all.
They're completely different.
Yeah, like Drake is very like fine dine wine, fucking smooth,
Right.
steal your girl type of guy, and then 21's like a fucking psychopath.
But
You know,
Especially after his most recent Clubhouse rant.
But no, I was gonna say, but you see albums too, like Two Grizzlies, where it's a story through the entire album, like his
I like
last
that,
one,
too.
where
I like
it's like
that.
one song flows into the next song, that flows into the next song, which almost
Yeah.
keeps listener retention.
That's
going.
something that. Hold on, I'm gonna grab this beer.
Yeah.
oh, you're good. You got to make the reach, dude. It's a long way to go.
But so that's something that I actually have always tried to do to a certain extent with all my like full projects that I put out is like kind of make the songs flow into each other.
I'll get your empty too.
It doesn't necessarily have to. Thanks. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a story, but I always, anytime I'm putting out multiple songs together, I try to like make one song like somehow, some way, someone can see like why this song came before this one and why this one came after that one.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I like a nice God bless you.
I'm gonna wait, and that way you don't have to do two God bless yous back to back.
I'm a big back-to-back guy, honestly, dude. I'll go back-to-back like Drake. No, but honestly, like I like a good storytelling, dude. Honestly, more than anything, I think that's why I get into stand-up
What do you
comedy.
think about
so much.
fake beef in the game?
The what?
Like fake beef, like Lil Wayne used to do it all the time. Like something would come up with his album that like
Right.
honestly probably didn't actually happen with his album to like build
there's
up
the,
ramp or like
oh yeah,
Drake
like Eminem and fucking MGK,
or
and-
like Drake and Meek Mill,
God
God
bless
bless
you.
you. Like they had beef, and then like a month later, they're like on the same song together.
Man,
And
honestly,
I think Drake just wants some meat. Or
I don't know if all of it's fake. I know some of it's fake for sure. Like the Drake and Meek thing, that one, I feel like it goes like it could be real, it could be fake.
is that just recent?
No, this was
No.
a couple. This is like 5-6 years ago.
Because didn't they just do a song together?
Yeah, so
but they would literally
Okay,
did
okay. I was
like,
about to say I thought Meek and
Yeah.
Drake
Right.
just did a track.
but Meek dropped an album and it had like 2 or 3 Drake features, and then like the next album had like a diss to him, and then they did like the whole.
God, dude, that's
and that was the whole like Quentin Miller thing. And Quentin Miller, man, I feel so bad for that dude. Like
I don't think I know who that is. Quentin Miller.
he's the like ghostwriter for Drake.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
He's the guy,
Which he's not anymore.
Oh, shit.
But he was the one that like laid a lot of like reference tracks for not even just Drake, like a lot of big artists. And he's a super dope creator. Dude ended up getting like hit by a car and having to get his leg amputated or something.
Fuck you,
Getting
dude.
like blackballed out of the game because and it's not even like his fault, but like he's basically blackballed because it came out that he's ghostwriting for all these people.
right.
Damn.
And he's so dope. Like some of the like biggest songs, like the dopest songs that we listen to. It's like,
so why is
dang.
he the one catching shade?
Right.
Why does Drake not catch shade for being a fucking wimp, dude?
Man,
It was so funny to like at the end of the song when you see credits, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this Aubrey kid?" You
Isn't
know what I
it
mean?
funny,
Like on
though?
every
Like-
song, and I was like, "Oh shit, Drake's name is
Isn't
Aubrey."
it weird though, like how like these guys will rise to, in Drake's case, he was already a TV star before he was a fucking musician, whatever. But like I liken it to like country music. It is like you cannot be a country musician without this happening. You write 5 good songs, and like those are your unique songs, and you write those. And 2 things are going to happen. One thing's going to happen. You're going to go to Nashville. From there, the next 2 things that are going to happen is you're either going to become a ghostwriter, or you're going to become the guy that starts buying ghostwriting material.
Right.
It like country musicians do not write their own music. No one does.
and it's weird how
one does.
like Nashville is like. This is even weirder. Is that I just had this conversation yesterday or 2 days ago. Nashville is like the gateway of country music. Like,
Yeah.
some way or somehow you got to come through Nashville to make it. Like,
It's so weird. All over this bumfuck town in the middle of the fucking eastern seaboard. Like,
I don't know if you know this, but like I write and record country music too.
I heard. Okay, so I wanted to ask about that. Did you? Okay, so what is that? Just kind of go through that, because I heard, who told me that? They were like, yeah, BG did a damn country song, and I was like,
I've got a whole country album on the way.
I was like, shut your fucking mouth. He did not.
Did you reach Dom Kennedy is another semi-local.
Oh, Dom
country.
Kennedy from Owensboro, right?
Yeah. But did you like link up with him at
Do
all?
I know who that? Do I know them?
Kentucky Dom?
He's fire,
Oh,
dude.
Dom.
Yeah.
His last name's not Kennedy,
Yeah, I don't know why I said Kennedy.
but
Is it
Cosby.
It's Kentucky Dom.
It's
Yeah,
Dom
yeah,
Cosby,
yeah.
Kentucky Dom.
Yeah.
Man, actually, so me and Dom, we've been friends for a minute. We went
doing
to
big things,
yeah.
too.
We actually went to Keeneland not that long ago.
What the hell is that?
It's like the ultimate horse racing like
a rodeo almost.
there's like Churchill Downs or whatever, but like Keeneland is like Churchill Downs is like dad.
Oh shit.
So Dom actually called me and he needed a videographer. So I vlogged for him that day. We went to Spendthrift Farms, which is this huge estate in Lexington. Like Lexington's like the horse racing capital
Oh,
of the
dude,
world.
yeah, and shout out to Lexington, dude. That's a fucking dope place.
So we go to Spendthrift. We're meeting all these horses that have won the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
telling us all
Their
about
sperm costs more than your car.
it. Dude, there was one horse that
I don't even want to know.
the number was so crazy. I don't want to say the wrong number, but I want to say that one horse brought
Get us
in
close.
I think it was $40 million a year.
Fuck
off
your
one
asshole,
horse.
dude. There's no
and not
fucking
from
way.
winning races,
From
literally
stud
from
feed.
sperm.
Yeah.
That's fucking
I think
retarded.
I think
dude.
that horse's stud fee was literally over $1 million. And
Holy
the
fuck.
craziest part is that horse's stud fee started out crazy low, to where
It's like
they were running deals on it, no one wanted it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now it's that horse pays for all the other horses.
What's a stud fee?
It's you
for the
pay
sperm.
for the sperm from that horse.
Oh, for their
It's
jizz,
it's
dude.
kind of like Wagyu. Like Wagyu, the Japanese wouldn't sell us Wagyu, but they would sell us sperm of those
where we
cows.
can get our own.
So we would start inseminating our own cows, and then we got it to where Wagyu here in the States is 90% actual Wagyu via sperm.
I heard that Wagyu or Wagyu or whatever you call it out in Japan, they
massage them. And
they massage them and they play violins around the cows that are sleeping.
I
Wouldn't
mean,
surprise me.
I've eaten it and I believe it.
Is it fire?
It's fine.
So BG, I do want to ask. You wear all these hats because you're like a one-man band in a way.
Don't make fun of. I like his cowboy
actual
hat.
hats.
Yeah, like the cowboy hat.
I like his hat, dude.
So we go to Spendthrift and me and Dom, only black people there.
yeah.
We're both wearing cowboy hats, and I mean, you see it, but you don't see it. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
So everyone's asking us the hats. Is that a Stetson? And Dom's wearing a Stetson, and I'm wearing this. This is a Cody James. And
Okay. Cody James is respectable.
yeah.
Okay.
They're for some reason they ask me before they ask him. And I'm like, well, his is. But so we meet this horse. We're talking to, I think he's the farm manager. And
Okay.
he's like, he's getting ready to run today, actually, at Keeneland. I wouldn't bet on him. It's his first race. We're hoping he ends up being a good horse, but I wouldn't bet on him just yet. So then we go to Keeneland, we get to see the box, the
starting
announcer's
boxes and
box.
stuff.
We're walking through all the VIP sections. It was crazy dope. We're walking through the VIP
How are you
section.
getting hooked up with this?
Man.
How does this happen?
Shout out to Kentucky Dom, man.
He just knew he
was-
the
Dude, he's
person knew
blowing up.
him.
yeah.
The person knew him,
Well,
and they were
so-
like, "Come down here."
He linked up with a lady. I feel like such a douche for not remembering her name because she was amazing. And
You're not a
she
douche.
treated us so well.
You got a lot going on in your head. You're not a douche.
She owns a company called Dapple Up Pup and Dapple Up Horse. And
You remembered that? That's good enough, dude. Hey, shout out to them, dude.
so he ended up linking up with her in Lexington, and she set up getting us into Spendthrift and getting us into Keeneland.
Damn.
So we're walking through the VIP section. We ended up hanging out with the quarterback. What's his name from Kentucky? I can't even think of his name. The Kentucky from the quarterback from UK.
Like WKU. Or something.
Oh shit, yeah, they're not notoriously a good football team. They've been good in the last 5-10 years, but Damn, I don't know his name. I know who you're talking about. I can picture him.
Right. So
Yeah.
we like he's there. We're walking through. Of course, the only two black dudes in cowboy hats. We're walking through the VIP section, and security,
drawing eyes.
security stops us.
Yeah.
And they're like, "I can't wear the hats in here," and like we're like, "Oh,
What?
So we take our hats off or whatever, and like then we look around and realize like no one's wearing hats in there. Like we see other people's hats, and no one has them on. We meet the announcer. He was dope. The horse that we go all the way down to like where like they let the horses in. We get to walk through like the archway or whatever.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
The horse that he told us to not bet on wins.
Get the fuck. Did you bet on him?
No.
Oh, dude.
So we're down there. We're
fucking-
literally in like
Where all the high
you can
rollers
find like on the internet somewhere. There's a picture of me
are. With all the
with the winning horse, with the owner of this farm, like, and me and Dom were just like, I mean, it makes sense for Dom to be there, and it will make sense for me to be there because I'm working on my country music, but he makes country music, and I mean, it was just a crazy dope experience.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
That's
That's
dope
insane,
though. Like,
dude.
yeah, I bet never in that when you were in 4th grade thought that like, hey, I'll be in,
Right.
You know,
I mean, even that day, I never thought like I'm about to be standing right here with the
Right.
winning horse of. I think it was the last race of the season at Keeneland.
that's awesome.
That's insane.
But I was gonna
dude.
say with wearing all these hats, like you're the one man band. I mean, you got people that can reach out and hold a camera and stuff like that. But you
Right.
edit most of your own videos.
Yeah.
You write all your own music. You make your own. You design your own merch. You design your own album artwork. You manage your own social medias. Like, what do you like? Like, do you wear your cowboy hat when you're writing the song,
Yeah, like,
and
how
then
much-
switch on to like a
Man,
street cap?
How much
or-
cocaine do you have to do to be able to do all of these
If I
things?
could get some that
No,
didn't have
joking.
fentanyl in it.
No shit, dude. No shit. Everything's dirty now with fentanyl.
Man.
No, I was gonna say like how do you transition? Because like your brain's got to be in one mode to produce, one mode to record, one mode to write,
Oh,
one
so
mode.
transition.
Well, yeah, like
So how do you switch from one to another?
I don't know that it's a different mode, really. I think I'd like, at least not for me. I think for me, it's a thing of like, I have like family mode, I have like work mode, and I have like
artist mode or something.
yeah, like I got to get this done mode. You know what I mean? And there's a really thin line between the different modes. It's like because they all bleed over into each other. Because
Right.
I mean, you go through my content, you see there's days where I'm in the studio for 8 hours, and
You bring a kid to-
I've literally got my 7-month-old son in there with me.
Which congrats
And,
on, by the way. You've had
thanks,
a kid
bro.
since last time on the show.
Oh, I didn't know that. Damn, dude. Big shout out.
Thanks, man.
Do we want to say his name or just keep it anonymous, dude?
I wasn't hiding my son from the world. I was hiding the world from my son. So
hey, that's fair, dude.
no, I'm just kidding.
That's a Drake
his name's
quote.
Psalm. So technically, his name's Gabriel, which is my middle name, but we call him Psalm, which is his middle name.
Okay. I like that.
And we
Do you think that's helped your creative process at all?
having a kid.
Yeah, like
100%. Like it just gave me like that boost. Honestly, like I feel like that was my boost. Like okay,
now you got another fire to hustle for.
yeah, like I have something that like I really. It was such the worst perfect storm. Like the last time I was here, I was working full time. I'm no longer full time for that company anymore. I'm still a contractor. I still do contract work. And then I'm just freelancing. So like I'm back to in this mode of like I've got to
Grind.
go get this money. Like it's not a consistent paycheck anymore. Had a baby a month before that transition happened. I mean my girlfriend, I mean she just had a baby, so I didn't want her to have to like go back to working full time.
Yeah,
so it's like
right.
I'm 100% in grind mode right now, and by the grace of God, like my bills are paid and I'm
Right.
making music.
Still grinding, man.
You're a lucky motherfucker. I think that's what some people would say is you're a lucky motherfucker.
Man.
I was gonna say to you when you're so like I edit our podcast or whatever, and so like it's a little longer format than a music video or whatever, but like you're still spending more than 40 minutes on a music video, you know.
Yeah.
So like
Oh God, I would hope so.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like so sometimes like I sit down and I'm edit for like an hour, even 40 minutes, and then like I'm like fuck, like you're getting bored, you're getting stiff, you know what I mean, and then like
It starts out so fun.
right, it
Like
does.
physically, you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like when that happens, do you like, all right, like I'm getting tired of this video, like do I go work on some album artwork? Like
Yeah.
how many different album artworks do you have done before you even get the song, or does the song come first before the artwork?
Typically,
or?
I do the song first. Except for in the case of like, please don't feed the snakes.
Right.
Like I just already had that design. Yeah. So usually my process is write the song. Sometimes I'll find the beat first. Sometimes I'll write the song first. It just depends
Yeah.
on
Sometimes
So,
a beat hits
I'll-
you and you gotta.
Honestly, I do the majority of my writing is done via voice memos while I'm on long drives or like I'm on like a plane. Then I'll just write.
Dude, that freestyle of you in the car on the way to where was that? Florida.
Yeah,
Dude,
Man,
that was
I don't know
so
why,
hard.
well,
I was
I
like,
know why we drove, but that was a terrible.
I was
drive.
like, bro, like when's that gonna drop? You know what I mean? I
So
heard the
that's-
song.
That
I was
song,
like, this
dude,
needs
that
to
song's
be
been
recorded.
done for like 2 years now, maybe almost 3 years now, and almost like feeling like Youngin, like Indiana Youngin. That's just one of those songs that like I want that to drop whenever it can
When
have
it's
like
time.
the most impact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the producer, he's local, Macintosh.
Macintosh is dope.
He's so dope. He's a dope artist.
And
He's
he's
in
got
a
that
band
raspy
now.
voice,
He's in a
man.
band now. His
band is he in?
production is crazy. What is the name of their band?
I'm blanking on it too.
It's new. Like they're very new,
Very new. Okay. Interesting.
but dope.
Evansville's got a lot of dope people like
Evansville
you,
has so
Indiana
many dope
Youngin,
people.
Macintosh, King Wonka.
Man, I saw Wonka. Shout out to my dude Wonka.
Wonka
man.
beats, dude.
I was in. I went down to Atlanta for a producer camp. A bunch of producers came together to like work on beats for Key Glock's next album. Just stuff to like let him. Pick
and he was
through.
there. He's been on Key
Wonka's
Glock's the
there.
last 2
Yeah,
albums.
he's been working on stuff with Key Glock. He was the intro for Key Glock's Yellow Tape 2.
Damn.
He's on that album 3 times, I believe, or 2.
Wonka is one of Evansville's most slept on secrets.
Sounds like he's fucking snapping some
Dude,
serious.
he doesn't.
fucking
He doesn't
dicks,
get out
dude.
the house much. Like that man
Yeah,
is locked.
he's locked in, or he's in the A grinding it out.
Right. That dude is all about business. Bought his mom a house. His kid's taken care of, and like dude's grinding.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man.
he bought himself a scat pack.
Yeah, man.
What the hell is that?
It's what the Chargers. Everybody are
Charger.
getting.
The Scat Pack. The
Yeah.
what?
It's like it's not a Hellcat.
It's
but
like there's like the SRT.
Oh, it's a car.
the
Oh,
scat
okay, okay.
pack, and then
I don't know what the fuck a Scat Pack is, dude. I'm fucking out of it, man. No, the Hellcats are dope, though. Is it better than a Hellcat? Is it faster than a
It's
Hellcat?
like the step below the Hellcat, I think.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
but
for
it's
sure.
it's a nice.
It's a
car.
rowdy piece of fucking machinery. Dude, the Hellcat's fucking... No one needs
But like
fucking 700
Evansville's
horsepower.
in like this pressure cooker. I feel like
I just
where
wanna,
like
can we just
it's
like
so
name
close
some,
to blow
some
up?
Can we name some Evansville
Yeah,
artists
man.
that are like
Dude,
doing
name
their
them
thing?
and fucking tag them in this goddamn
Man,
video, dude, and get them on the Days Grim. Because
We talked about Indiana Youngin. We talked about King Wonka. We talked
He's
about
on-
Macintosh. I always have to shout out Kizzy, my brother.
I mean,
Who else
Kentucky
is there?
Dom's close
Kentucky
enough.
Dom. He's in the country lane. He's not from Evansville. He's from Henderson.
Right.
Timmy Dunn.
Timmy Dunn.
Timmy's a dope. He's another black country singer. He's dope.
There was that chick that was like played guitar around here that like her mom made a post and she blew up. I don't know her name. She was big. The Strangers, they're getting big. They're just on Louder
Dude,
Than
do you
Live.
know the Strangers?
Who's that?
Holy fuck, dude. We got a vinyl by
They're
them
from-
back
they're
here.
from Santa
You've got
Claus.
a CD right there.
They're from Santa Claus, Indiana, and their drummer died early.
Unfortunately, overdosed on. I think it was fent.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
whatever
I don't.
he had
I
was
don't.
cut.
I don't want to.
Whatever he had was cut,
Project.
and they got a new drummer named Thielen. And this dude's like,
He's
somebody
off
you
the
would think was from
wall.
the '70s. Man, he wears these glasses. He talks like a stoner, but he's not
He's
a
got
stoner.
those jackets with like the fringe on them.
Oh snap!
Dude.
But dude's like, dude will
His
be
fringe
like,
game is on point.
but
dude.
like he'll literally go into like Wally Opus Records and like he hires him to do samples and stuff.
Yeah, dude,
And
he's
he's like,
mad.
oh, you want more of like a country style beat or backline or sample or whatever.
Right.
He's like, so let me switch out my drums, and he'll switch out the entire drum.
gonna
Bro,
have to
hold
check
on.
him out.
I have to, because I know what I'm talking about musically a little bit more so than I think you, and you know the most in the room, obviously. But like to give you an idea of how good Thielen is, they're playing this competition, Battle of the Bands, to land a spot on Louder Than Life, which is a huge
got
metal
flown out to
rock
California
show.
for it.
So they fly out to California to play the final 1v1
At the Troubadour.
Whoever wins
Right,
this goes to Louder Than Life in Kentucky. And on their second song, halfway through their set, his fucking snare tuning goes out and he cannot fix it. Like at the intro of the song. And dude has to unhook his fucking snare. And he's fucking like tuning a snare on the fucking fly. And like they're like the bass is playing the intro to the next song. Homeboy gets fucking the snare tuned up, sets it, and fucking rocks, dude.
But
It
they-
just
check
goes.
them
They
out.
ended up winning, and
He's fucking
my favorite
good.
song is like an intro to the last thing, and it's basically all instrumental with like the lead singer just singing like the same thing over and over. But I was like, man, like you guys need like a hip hop mashup to this song. Like take this song
gonna check
out of
them
beat.
out for sure because I love any music. Like
I'll play you
no
the song he's
genre.
talking about when we tie up here, dude. You got to hear it. It's.
But do you think
fucking
so? Like
good.
you got your rap music, and then you're venturing into this Kentucky thing. Also, do you think you're gonna venture into some like other
Kentucky
little
thing.
Did I say I meant
You
country
meant
thing?
country.
Yeah.
Country thing.
But
Jeez.
like
He said, yeah, the people with no shoes. Them folks.
But do you think you'll branch out and do some like mashup of like take a rockish beat and add like some hi hats?
I'm not gonna say it's off the table. I just honestly I love country music. Like I've written country music for the first country song I wrote. I was in high school. I think it was like probably 2010, 2011, and I wrote a country song for a girl that I was doing a lot of music with at the time. So like if anyone wants to say like I'm jumping on the bandwagon on this whole country music thing because that's what
like the
everyone's
Kane
doing
Brown
now.
bandwagon.
Yeah, like
thing,
no,
yeah.
like I still have the song. Like I'll pull it up and if anyone wants to go back and forth about it, I'll play you my first. It's terrible. It's awful.
but you were there though.
Oh yeah,
that's
like,
what matters.
I've been
You were
here.
fucking there, dude.
But like so, I would love to get more into like writing for other country artists.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, I would say I'm country, but I'm not country.
Yeah.
And so like some of the stuff I write, it's just like I write it with someone in mind. Like
Well, didn't you
a
write
certain-
music for your sister, or was it somebody? Yeah, you wrote music for somebody else previously too. Do you think you'll find yourself doing rapping and ghostwriting for other genres?
Oh, for sure, because I think there's so many examples of artists that were songwriters, like ghostwriters before they were the artists that they were. I mean, perfect example, Neo. Neo is one of the biggest R&B artists of all time, I would say. And when you go through the list of songs that he's written that people don't even realize he's written, it's like, oh,
Right.
yeah.
Well, and just
There's
like
somebody
you said
that in
about
country too. There's somebody that started out forever as a ghostwriter, and it is skipping. But he's one of like the top 10 to ever do it in the last 20 years.
I haven't listened to country in over 10 years, so I can't help you out there.
I'll fix that.
yeah, I'll definitely listen to yours. But no, I was gonna say like,
can't remember who it is. Fuck, it's bothering me. Anyways,
yeah,
it'll come back to me.
eventually.
Yeah.
But no, I was gonna say like, what do you think? Wow, you made me lose my train of thought.
I'm so sorry, dude. I fucking. You said he's doing this.
No, so you
crossbreed-
got your next like single lined out, you think? Well, you said you're gonna go to the
Yeah,
studio and record
I
it.
have to figure it out tonight because
You got deadlines for that stuff for yourself?
I have a deadline. I want to release something the last week of February, and then I want to release something every week after that for like 3 months.
Do you sit down at like the beginning of the year and you're like, all right, like some businesses do, like a year
Absolutely
plan,
not.
and you're no. I was gonna say, what's that?
Honestly, though,
Because you got to manage yourself, so that's
Right.
got to be hard, right?
so I went into this year. I think I started in November. Like in November, I was like, I'm not going to make a New Year's resolution. I'm just going to start working right now. So that's what I did. I just started grinding it out. And like I started just putting a plan into motion, like not necessarily like a year plan or a however many years plan, but just like these are a few different things that I want, and I'm going to set like rough dates, but I'm not going to even give myself like set dates on when these things have to happen, because some of them, there's no way I can be in control of when it actually happens. It's just like I have to hope that I have my ducks in a row to where the situation plays out the way that it should when it should.
Speaking of ducks, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Horse-sized duck for sure.
Right.
horse-sized duck. Am I the only one?
Well, actually, you know what? Because that's
he can fly.
Yeah, he can fly. That's
He
gonna
can
be a
walk
lot
on
of
land.
wind.
He can get in water.
Yeah, imagine in a
Dude.
duck that big. Them are some big wings.
And they have teeth, bro.
They do
Think
have
about the
teeth.
100 duck-sized horses.
Yeah,
You just dive into the water, bro.
yeah.
Those ponies don't know how to swim. If they do, you're going to be a lot faster than they are.
Yeah.
And they can't fly and attack you
They
from
can't
above.
fly, so you can just like kick them out of there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like you stand better.
I'm glad I went back on that.
Dude, thanks for joining my team, man. You're a fucking idiot, to be clear. Also, I heard a good one the other day, because we were talking about this pre-show, like what we could do for the upcoming Patry, dude. I heard a really, really good one, and I want to throw it at you guys and get your opinion. So you have to go to jail. You're going to prison. Hard time. Like, clench your butthole. Fucking hard time. Would you rather get out after 1 year, or get out
you
or
asked me this twice.
go with a Rubik's Cube and get released once you solve that Rubik's Cube.
Probably the Rubik's Cube. I'd be way out.
But you
before a
can't
year.
leave before you solve that Rubik's Cube. And you don't get to leave it a year if you haven't solved that Rubik's Cube. If it's 5 years, you're there for 5 years. What are you doing? You doing a year? Or you doing the Rubik's Cube?
I think I'm gonna do the Rubik's Cube. I've never solved a Rubik's Cube before.
It's all algorithm.
But I've also
Me neither.
never tried longer than like a minute.
It's all pattern based. All you got to do is learn the pattern.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
I think that might be like a metaphor there, like for my life, because I feel like with a lot of things, if I don't get it, I just feel like it wasn't meant for me, because like I'm naturally good at so many things, and I just like I can learn to do anything if I really want to, but there's so many things that it's just like I don't even want to learn to do that, like if I'm not good at it already.
Okay, but what if the Rubik's Cube is one of those things that's just not for you? You're in prison forever.
You got a year to figure it out. You're not forever. It's 1 year.
No.
Wait, so I can either-
If
I can
you go
either
in
do
with
a
the prison
year-
with the Rubik's Cube, you don't get out after a year.
Okay.
I can either do a year or I can do the 30 if I don't figure out the Rubik's Cube.
No, there's no 30. It's like you get out when you
get out
solve
when-
the Rubik's Cube.
I might just do the year,
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it so
because
hard.
like they got like TikTok and stuff in prison now.
Yeah, dude. They got fucking conjugal visits. You know what I'm saying? If you play nice.
You can
dude.
buy minutes on phones in prison. At
Literally.
You
those,
can get
yeah.
a damn massage in there while you're fucking doing your thing, dude.
So
I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think's next for you in the next few months for Just Brandon?
Man, someone just asked me this. Was it yesterday? One of my friends, one of my like best friends, Snapchatted me. He's like, "Bro, what's like in the next 3 months? Like, where are you gonna be?"
Like first quarter.
And honestly, I really, it sounds like so like, oh, you want to. I want to get verified on Instagram,
Right.
and I think I'm on the right track to do that. And it's not like I want this check mark because like then I look so cool to
Dude,
everyone.
It's so funny because I've been talking to Brian. I was like, bro, we have to get verified. Like,
Yeah.
find our articles of incorporation that's in a filing cabinet around here. Take a picture, send it to me so I can send it to Instagram and call it a day.
And
Like,
it's just, for me, I feel like when people see that check mark, it just like, it does what it's supposed to do. Like it establishes credibility. Like people
Right.
see that and they're like, oh, he's a rapper. He's not just a rapper. He's a rapper.
right.
What are they going to think when they see ours, Thomas? Let me just, like he just said, it makes sense for him. They see our blue check mark and they're going to be like, hey, there's this fucking bald white guy that talks a lot of shit to people.
No, verified retarded. That's us, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
All I'm saying is just fucking think about it for a second. All
yeah,
right?
but that's
all.
like, thank God bless you.
Thank you.
But I was gonna say, like, it does build credibility, and like we're
It
seeing
does.
a lot of
It
we're
does.
seeing a lot of verified people check out our stories or like our stories or
Right.
like posts, and that makes
All
you
right,
feel
well,
better. You
so-
know what I mean?
Dude, a verified
keep-
person just went to prison like recently.
I keep killing everyone's, because like everyone like sees these like verified accounts, like
Yeah.
watching their stories and like liking their stories and stuff. And I keep killing everyone's dreams. And these verified accounts that don't follow you, that are watching
Right.
your story, are
Just
using
bots.
bots to
Yeah.
watch your stories, hoping that you'll be like, oh, this famous
Yeah.
person watched my story. I'm going to follow them.
What?
And then once I figure out how to do it, I'm doing the same thing.
Right. Once I figure out how to set up open chat on my YouTube or Instagram or whatever.
And I mean, because it's so
dude.
smart. It's like,
Yeah.
Dude, I saw this.
people see that check and they're like, oh, this person's checking me out. I'm going to follow them.
I saw this thing now about companies. They're using this AI stuff, and so if you have a website or whatever, say you got your Just Brandon hoodie and on there, and somebody adds it to the cart, and they leave your website. There's AI programs that, like, instead of sending them an email, it'll send them an email, but in that email you can take a video of you. So you got this video of you and you're like, hey, and you leave the name spot blank, and they got an AI program
And
that
it's-
fills in the name
Oh,
in your
God.
voice, and it's like, hey, Brian, I realized that you put this in your car and you
Wow.
forgot about it, and they think it's a personalized message that you made for them, and the AI is just plugging it in and emailing it, bro.
Dude, it's wild. Did you talk about? I kind of blacked out there for a minute while you were talking. Did you tell him about the AI that's writing messages and shit?
I used it. Are you
Yeah.
talking about the one where you can like,
Open chat,
yes,
What's that called?
open chat,
That's what it's called.
so dope.
open chat AI.
Is that not wild? You're just like, Hey, open chat, Instagram. Tell them I love
Actually,
them.
Well, that's why I did
I,
one. I did one for I've got almost 5,000 friends on Facebook, or did like a year ago, and I
this
went
is
through.
such a bad idea. Don't
I
even
went.
say this.
No, I'm saying it on
don't-
air.
Don't
I
say
went
it
through
on
and
air.
I removed like 600 people, but like what's crazy to me is like my photography page, 800 followers, whatever. Not anything crazy big because I haven't posted on there in like 2 years or whatever. But like, how do I have over 5,000 friends on Facebook, and then it's like you only get 170 subscribers on YouTube? Like,
Facebook
where y'all at?
Facebook doesn't want you to like. They don't want
Right.
people to see your stuff. They want you to pay for it.
Well, also, Facebook and YouTube are two totally different entities.
Yeah, if you post a YouTube link, Facebook won't show it to
They're
people.
like-
yeah,
throttle it.
YouTube is Google, and Facebook is Facebook, and Facebook is IG, and IG, and these are
But
Even
I had
IG though, even if you post
major-
a link to your IG, unless it's because your account is linked, Facebook doesn't want you to leave Facebook to go to Instagram. They want you to stay on Facebook.
But they're like, really? I didn't know that. I mean,
And it's the same company, but like they want
They're competing with themselves.
yeah, like they're under the same company, but
Yeah.
it's two different branches, and it's like the HR versus the customer service. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like they're in the same company, but
Yeah,
they
dude,
want
honestly-
to look better than the other still.
Dude, fuck HR for the like. First off, like every job you've ever worked at, fuck HR, right? 100%. Am
Well,
I?
but-
fuck those guys.
But the OpenAI thing, I asked OpenAI, I was like, how do I tell my Facebook friends that they suck for not subscribing to my YouTube? And it wrote
would
me
you
like
say
3
that?
different responses. And I was like, yo, Brian, should I post this on Facebook? And then like
No.
at the bottom in parentheses, put this was written by AI.
Man, I went on there and I was just just messing around. I put in like write me a song about this or write me a poem about
And they're-
this. And it's like it's dope.
Yeah, they're
like it's
long.
not good, but it's like
Right.
it could easily get good.
Right. You just got to ad lib some stuff in.
I know
change it around.
9-year-olds that couldn't write that well.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? Like there's 12-year-olds out there that are like maybe not that
Well,
good.
there's that like that AI rapper, or they have that
Oh,
that
yeah.
AI program where you can be like, take a Post Malone song. Like I want a song that's Post Malone-ish,
Right.
but like Drake-ish, and then like it'll mix it up and like take sample in words from each song and like make it. It's
wild,
crazy
man.
the time
I don't
we're living
know,
in.
and that's what I'm afraid about getting into the art space, right? So like eventually, obviously a robot will never be able to articulate what a human being can. And I know this because I read a book called I, Robot a long time ago by Isaac Asimov, right? This is it's basically robots take over the world and they fucking try to kill off human beings.
Yeah, we've seen the movie.
The Will Smith.
Oh yeah,
movie.
there is a Will Smith movie. Yes, correct. But they make a point in the book to say like robots can only go so far, but then like to come up with the idea that is a human-esque thing. Like that, we will always have that, but like robots are like creating art, and it's a scary time to
I was
making
not
art.
scared until I asked the AI to write a song, and I was like, I didn't think that they were coming for me. I thought I was safe.
and it's like not bad. You're like, okay, I can at least change it a little, you know? And it's like, did you really even write that song? It's like,
Yeah.
not really. You got the idea from a robot.
Like even when like the art thing like was popular for like a week, I was like,
And you
oh,
don't-
whatever. Like
Did you hear about that
they'll
program?
never come for me.
How
Yeah,
it was done?
Mm-mm.
You know that how everybody was like getting 10 photos of themselves redrawn by AI.
Yeah.
The only thing that app creator did was link like an AI art program through an app. So basically people paid $10, uploaded 100 or 10 photos of themselves, whatever. And it took their photos and took it to a free website and then sent it back to them.
and that's why it takes 24 hours or whatever for you to get your art back.
Yeah. But like people were paying like $10 and it was free for them. You know what I mean?
paid.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, it's nuts to think about. But I guess in this year, there probably hasn't really been like a dark moment, it seems like, for you.
Like this year or last
This
year?
year.
Well, since the last time we've seen you,
since
honestly.
the transfer to just Brandon. you
Man,
haven't-
let me think.
Sounds like you've had like nothing but bright moments. Sounds like you're a little spoiled,
I
Brandon. No, I'm
honestly,
joking.
like
You
I
piece
have
of
had,
fucking- no, I'm joking.
I've had a really good year. Going from full time to contractor was
Yeah, what pushed you through that? What made you? Because I'm sure that was a
it was
sweaty
just
time.
in general, it was just like the company downsizing. And like when you really think about it, like the videographer should get fired first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was so funny. Like I like mentally, like I'm a creative person. Like I'm an entrepreneur at heart. So I never thought I would rely on a job ever anyways. So like whenever I was approached and I was told like, hey, we're downsizing, there's a contractor position if you want it. I mean, it didn't really hit me because I was like, this was just like, I mean, I loved doing what I was doing
before it,
yeah,
yeah.
like I loved doing what I was doing in that position. But at the same time, like I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and it just is what it is. Like
It was the right time.
yeah,
You know what I
Well,
mean? Like,
it was the right time and the wrong time because it was right after I had a baby.
yeah, it's a horrible timing for sure.
But it was wedding season. I shot a lot of weddings during, you know what I mean? So like I haven't struggled, you know what I mean?
And you killed those. I
Thanks,
mean,
man.
Yeah, they were nice.
I don't think
Like,
I've
honestly,
seen any of
I've
your...
had
He posts them on Vimeo,
I've had a really
right?
good year. Yeah, they're all on Vimeo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
I don't like share my Vimeo account or anything. Like honestly, I don't even know if I've ever posted like
You got to
hey,
be
I-
one
I
of those
film
BG
weddings.
stalkers. You know what I mean?
Oh, damn,
like
dude.
one of them Brendan Gabriel fanboys. You know,
You're a fucking creep, dude.
dude, you got to be on like my.
don't kill me.
You got to be on like my eyesight.
Bruh.
You got to be in like.
Fucking
I feel like there's people in the city that I like I know like. I don't put all my eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? Like almost in a way, and it's like like you see.
Oh, you just reminded me of something
You
I
see
have to talk
people
about.
that
You
are
finish,
like
though.
you see
Eggs?
people that you think are gonna but you see people and you're like, I know this person's gonna make it, or they got the heart, or they got the drive, and so like I almost follow your page for like motivation. You know what I mean? Like you're posting a reel a day. Like who doesn't want to see somebody that's actually grinding
Right.
towards their dream? You know what I mean? That makes you want to be like, fuck, BG posted a reel today. I need to go over and make.
Man,
a
I've
short,
actually
or-
noticed a couple of people like doing it now, and it feels so good. Like not feeling good because like I started it, but just
Right.
knowing like people are seeing it, and like I mean, I've been telling people forever. Like when I wouldn't say forever, I've only been doing it for 3 months. I've been telling people this whole time, like, yo, post a reel every day. Like do these challenges, just rap. And I'm starting to see other rappers and other artists doing it, and it's just so dope. Like knowing like people are catching on.
Right. What were you gonna say though? We were talking about-
Eggs.
Where was it?
Just don't put all
I think
your
it was
eggs in one
Schnucks
basket.
in Newburgh. Eggs were $3 the other day. No, I'm
Okay.
just kidding. I have no idea how much.
I was about to
My-
say, bro. I was like, dude, I hope he talks about how
Dude,
expensive
my
fucking
sister
eggs
bought
are.
like 20 chickens when she went to the store.
I
and-
probably should just buy a chicken. But
at this point, dude,
we've been
Pollo
doing
Loco.
we've been doing Let's Work Wednesdays at 1202, which is the Poppy Life shop. I don't know if y'all
Poppy
have had-
Life is by Rich Dondada, correct?
No,
Okay.
Poppy Life.
He's got a
is-
shop though.
Poppy Life is Shaq. Shaq Goins.
He does photography, right?
No,
Dude, why am I?
he's
it's
he-
Fat Poppy on.
Yeah, so he has his brand and he raps. And at their store every Wednesday, we just been like a hip hop like networking event. Just everybody come hang out, chop it up, like share info, like let people know what you got going on, bring merch, pass out flyers, whatever. We're just hanging out for 3 hours, and it's been so dope. With this coming week will be the third week, and I mean I'm wanting it to grow like as big
Where's
as
this
we can.
spot at, though?
It's
physically.
it's 1202 East Walnut, right off of it's on the corner of Walnut and 41.
Okay.
And every Wednesday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., anybody in the hip hop community or anything like loosely associated with it is free to come and just kick it.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up, dude.
Last minute shout outs.
Man, I was sitting here trying to think of more like local artists that I want to like
Work
just, like,
with.
let know like, hey, I think you're dope, because I'm really bad at like watching someone's video and being like, yo, that's so dope, but I forget to like let them know or like comment sometimes. Which is crazy because like I cry all the time about people like just watching
Well,
my
you just
video
posted
and not,
something the other
Yeah,
day.
not
that's the
liking it.
worst, dude. It's the worst to be like, you put all your heart and soul into this this stuff that you put out, and then it's like no comments.
Well, how did it
and
feel
stuff.
putting together that reel the other day of like all those messages that people sent you?
It feels amazing, but I just didn't have anything to post that day, so I was like, let me just post something.
Hey, just like you said though, something's better than nothing as long as you're doing it
Man.
every day.
No, 100%, man. And then, so I guess like maybe so your shout outs, and then like what you got coming up, shows or stuff dropping or anything in the next last couple minutes is all you, man.
Man, that boy Max, he's a producer, he's a rapper, singer. He's got his own radio show getting ready to start on 98.5.
There you go.
Who else is doing dope stuff locally, man? Amanda Breeze is doing the Tooth Gems Gutter Junk.
Yeah.
She's super dope. She's been coming and setting up at the Let's Work Wednesdays things. I really appreciate her. There's just so many people doing dope stuff. Buka, he's got his brand Young Angel. He's got his own shoe line, hats, shorts, all types of stuff coming out. I'm selling my hoodies. They've got my artwork on the back.
Where do they get them at?
Well, and the thing you did with your hoodie too is dope because like
I can't take complete credit for the idea, but
you said you were trying to steer away from like the crowdfunding stuff. So like what
Right.
you did with the hoodies is like, what'd you say? Pay me $40.
yeah, it's like
anything more.
anything between $40 to $100 because like I know people like there are people that would pay more than $100. Just whatever you think it's worth to you. I just need at least $40 out of it. And my first order was $100. Second order was $75, like just for one hoodie.
Damn. Okay.
And man, people have just been coming out in droves, like supporting me, like ever since they realized how like, I'm taking this serious now. I had one person give me $500, like, hey, put this all into TikTok. I had one person give me $500, like, hey, use this for Instagram ads, which I haven't ran Instagram ads, but I'm using it for something else we talked about. I had someone else give me more money than that I'm not going to disclose publicly. It's not like a crazy amount, but it's an amount that
It's a serious amount.
I
of
never
money.
would have thought anyone would just give me this and say,
Right.
I
But
want
it
to see
shows
you
it
win.
shows you how many people are believing in you, and that's got to
And-
feel amazing.
Yeah, so like my idea, like I don't want to do a GoFundMe, I don't want to do a Kickstarter. I think I'm just gonna do it on my website. I'm just gonna do a lot of like I'll do like packages where like you donate a certain amount and you get this, like because I always want you to get something for whatever
Right.
you're putting in. I even think I'm gonna do one that's like $2,500. Like if you want to give me $2,500, I'll give you like everything, like every piece of merch I have. Like you get one of each, and then you'll get like. I'll add you to like a Facebook group or something where like I'll tease all my new music. I'll ask for your input on like, should I drop this or do
Right.
this? And then you get lifelong like VIP access to any concert I do for the rest of my life, even if I blow.
Right.
Hell yeah.
That'd be rad.
That's fair, dude. I mean, like that's a good way to do it. Like, and we talked about the page like earlier
Mm-hmm.
on, and like I really do think that that's like the best way for like a program like what we got going on to make money. But like
Right.
it's the same thing like you're explaining. It's like, hey, pay a little bit of money, and if you want to pay more, you can. But here's what you get, and I think that's important, man. Like the GoFundMe is like. It's important to have that for like true like times of need of like charity,
Right.
like people that need surgery and like to save people's lives. Like I've seen those blow up.
Can I throw out really quick?
Yeah.
Everyone get life insurance. I'm tired of seeing GoFundMes for funerals.
Right.
I mean, if you don't have life insurance and that's what you have to do, like by all means do that. But life insurance is so cheap and
Get
so
it.
useful.
Get it,
I should start selling life insurance so that I can start like
dude?
Right.
Honestly,
On
start
the
swindling
side.
it,
Just do it on the
Man.
side. You know what I mean?
hustling, dude, hustling to the grave, man. I don't know, man. I'm excited to see what comes for you for 2023.
Me too, man.
I'm pumped. I'm
honestly,
pumped
I
about it,
really
dude.
appreciate y'all having me on here.
I'm gonna have to check out
always
some of
an
your
honor.
country stuff, man.
Man, for sure. Actually,
Do you have a track out?
I don't have a full song out. I've got some
There's some
snippets
reels.
out on Instagram.
Okay.
Whatever I put out, it'll end up being probably like a 5-song, whatever you want to call it, album, EP. And it's like,
And again, what's your Instagram?
it's that's just Brandon, OHTHATSJUSTBRANDON. But the music, like it's not like like full blown like country, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't call it hip hop. Like it's definitely country with
Right.
like a little bit of hip hop to it.
Okay.
And it's Indiana.
Hell yeah.
100%, dude. Pickup trucks and dogs dying, dude. You know what I mean? Good women leaving you. Dude, I really am excited for you for 2023, dude. I don't know what's coming for you, but I'm pumped about it.
Man,
So,
I appreciate
it's
it.
been a long time since I've seen you, man. I'm glad you came in.
I'm glad to be here, man. It's an honor. Like it's truly like what y'all are doing. Like I honestly, that was the first thing I wanted to do when I got here was like just congratulate y'all for like keeping this thing going. Like
Thanks, man.
I think there's a stat that says most podcasts don't make it past the first
10 episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and y'all are way past that.
Oh,
Like,
dude, there's no breaks on the. I can't really say that right now, but anyways, you get it. No, man, I'm just pumped you came in. I know you've had a big year. Congratulations!
You're
on
gonna have an even
the little
bigger
one.
year.
hopefully
2023.
This will be the year, man.
You're coming for it. It's not coming for you. And
Man.
I'm pumped about it, dude. So, congratulations on everything thus far, and keep us in tune with what you got coming up,
Definitely.
man. Please, seriously. This has been another thrilling episode of The Days Grim, dude. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm, and this has been Just Brandon. Thanks again.
Thank
man.
you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.